The cat is finally out of the bag. As lead actor, Jason Momoa recently announced the shooting of Aquaman 2 will begin in July. Apart from the return of Momoa, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and Amber Heard, very little is known about the sequel, however. There's also a rumor going around that Randall Park will also be coming back as Dr. Stephen Shin, at least if the post-credit scene of the first part is to be believed. Momoa further revealed on the Drew Barrymore show that he himself is part of the team of authors and has helped form the film from the very start. His colleague Amber Heard, who hasn't really covered herself in glory in the past, has been getting herself into shape for the underwater adventure for quite some time, judging by an Instagram post from late April. So it looks like everything is going as planned, and if filming doesn't thwart the plans, you'll get to see Aquaman 2 in theaters starting December 16th, 2022. Almost every film and series fan knows Jensen Ackles, the lead actor from Supernatural. There, he embodies the understanding and funny main character Dean in 15 seasons, and so far he has rarely been seen in other projects. Now, however, that's over, because a change of scenery awaits the 43-year-old. Since April, he's been posting pictures of his new beard, which seems to be getting increasingly voluminous in preparation for his character Soldier Boy. His transformation from Golden Boy to Hillbilly was thus not an act of laziness to shave in times of the pandemic, but is clearly part of his new role. In the comics, Soldier Boy is a rather grim character who, in addition to his superior speed and strength, has a mighty shield for both attacks and defense up his sleeve. Funnily enough, Soldier Boy has no facial hair at all in the comics, which is why Jensen Ackles will rather strike out on his own, at least on the surface. We are eagerly awaiting Season 3 of The Boys and look forward to the unfortunately still unknown release date on Amazon Prime. Within just a few months, the musical Cinderella starring Camila Cabello will be released exclusively on Amazon Prime Video. The streaming provider has now published the first images of the remake. One of the images shows pop superstar Cabello in her first acting role, while another features her together with newcomer Nicholas Galitzine. However, there are also far bigger names in the project, since Idina Menzel, Billy Porter, and even Pierce Brosnan will also be playing a role in Cinderella. For obvious reasons, the classic Disney music will be dispensed with, and instead you'll be able to hear and see various cover versions and new creations by Cabello and Menzel. The contemporary Cinderella remake will then be released this September on Amazon Prime Video. Injustice: Gods Among Us has been a familiar title among gamers since 2013. The fighting video game is set in an alternative world of the DC Comics, which is significantly gloomier than the original. So for example, Superman and Lois Lane are expecting offspring, while the Joker is tired of getting on Batman's nerves and eventually ends up manipulating Superman into killing his wife and child. By the end of the day, Superman establishes a regime that Batman and the others are determined to fight at all costs. It is currently unknown to what extent the film will adapt the plot of the game. The voice actors for the animated movie are still completely unknown, as Warner Brothers is logically maintaining a very low profile at this very early stage of production. As usual, we will keep you up to date on further news regarding the Injustice animated film. Warner's Space Jam, starring basketball legend Michael Jordan, was released almost 25 years ago. The mix of well-known cartoon characters, an intergalactic baseball match, and, of course, the then and now world-famous Chicago Bulls player quickly became a classic. The lead role in the sequel will no longer be played by Jordan, but by LeBron James, yet we can still expect an appearance by the 58-year-old. At least that's what Marvel star Don Cheadle, who will embody LeBron's adversary, told the show Access Hollywood. Michael Jordan is therefore definitely in the film, only perhaps not in the way you would expect. Precisely what that means is still completely unclear, but it could potentially be about a new character. In any case, we are already very excited about the cult potential in Space Jam: A New Legacy and look forward to the Warner spectacle this summer on July 16th, 2021. It has been known since January that Misha Green will direct the second Tomb Raider movie starring Alicia Vikander. A few days ago, the 36-year-old posted a brief update on the film production via Twitter and even revealed a working title. Tomb Raider Obsidian is the project's provisional name, and fans will quickly establish a link to the video games, where this material is basically omnipresent. Whether the blockbuster will really be titled that way, after all, is entirely up to Warner Brothers. However, there should still be plenty of time to make a proper decision, because in accordance with Green's tweet, it is obvious that the movie will not be released this year as initially planned. Thus, patience is still needed regarding the sequel to the extremely successful Tomb Raider from 2018. Nevertheless, the project is in pretty good hands with Misha Green, who was already able to celebrate some success with his series Lovecraft Country. Since the project is still in a fairly short production phase and neither the cast nor the plot are known, we probably shouldn't expect a release before mid-2022.